And so you knew they were going to come for you. You had to know that. Now, to the degree that they're doing so, I get where you're coming from.
The WNBA is rocking. What could we have more? I mean, I just think, from a salary standpoint.
I mean, I'm just really happy for this organization, obviously. I mean, look at these fans. They're incredible. So if it wasn't for them, I don't know if they'd be here.
Remember when Angel Reese was riding high, an NCAA champion, a social media sensation, and a can't-miss future WNBA star? Now, she's staring down a potential lifetime ban, with her career hanging by a thread. How did everything unravel so quickly? Before we continue, a quick favor. If you enjoy this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of viewers watch without subscribing. It's free, but it helps us more than you realize. Did you hit that subscribe button? Awesome. Thank you. Now back to the story. We're diving into her dramatic journey from college superstar to professional outcast and the shocking twists that led to this stunning fall from grace.
Chicago Sky said goodbye to Teresa Weatherspoon, saying that it was time to, quote, make a change.
Would Angel Reese prematurely end her rookie season to spare herself the embarrassment of losing Rookie of the Year to Caitlin Clark?
Believe me, this story is wilder than any last-second buzzer beater. Not long ago, Angel Reese was the undisputed queen of college basketball. Think about it. She was owning the court, shattering records, and talking her way straight to the top. Reese looked unstoppable, a true force of nature in the NCAA. Her performances were jaw-dropping, leaving fans and rivals stunned. She wasn't just playing the game, she was changing it. Then things took a strange turn. Reese enters the WNBA, and suddenly she's struggling to reach double figures in a large number of games. What happened? It feels like we're watching a completely different player. The confident, dominant Reese from college seems to have disappeared. She's fighting to find her rhythm, missing shots that once came effortlessly. It's baffling. And here's the twist. While Reese is battling through these struggles, Caitlin Clark is busy shattering rookie records left and right.
But sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it.
But she's pretending like there is something there. There's one person who is driving all this, and it's Angel Reese.
Clark's jump to the pros has been effortless. She's putting up numbers that even seasoned veterans envy. It almost feels like she absorbed all the momentum Reese once had. The contrast between these two former college stars couldn't be sharper. As Clark soars, the pressure on Reese keeps mounting. She's tried everything: trash talk, questionable injury claims, even framing the rivalry around race, but none of it is working. Her performance isn't improving, and her behavior is starting to wear on both fans and teammates. Honestly, it's hard to watch. You can see the desperation written all over her face every time she steps onto the court. So how did Angel Reese end up with a lifetime ban from the WNBA? Buckle up, because this is where the story takes a dark turn. Desperate to keep pace with Clark, Reese allegedly turned to steroids, hoping they'd give her the edge she was missing. Let that sink in. The college superstar once destined for WNBA greatness resorted to cheating. And here's the cruel irony. Even with the boost, she still couldn't match Clark's level. Instead of fixing her problems, it only made things worse, pouring gasoline on a career already spiraling out of control. When basketball alone wasn't enough, she chased attention in other ways. It became a cautionary tale about what happens when shortcuts replace hard work. But that desperate decision was only part of the story. Ever wonder how a dominant college player can struggle just to survive at the pro level? The answer involves someone you might not expect. Enter Teresa Weatherspoon, a WNBA legend turned head coach of the Chicago Sky. She was supposed to be Reese's guide, the mentor who would help her navigate the brutal transition from college sensation to professional player.
Do I need to call you the female version of Steph Curry, or do I need to call Steph Curry the male version of Caitlin Clark? I mean, which one is it?
I think more than anything, it's like surprising. Like, you guys didn't know, like, this is how women's sports are played. Like, come on.
But instead of helping Reese adapt, Weatherspoon allegedly took things in a completely different direction. You'd think there's no chance a respected coach would be handing out performance enhancers like candy, but that's exactly what's being claimed. A Hall of Famer supposedly put her entire legacy on the line to prop up a struggling rookie. It's as if she abandoned everything she once stood for as a player. Here's how the story goes. Weatherspoon sees Reese faltering, watches Caitlin Clark torch the league night after night, and decides the only way to keep up is to cut corners. And this is where it gets worse. She allegedly wasn't just ignoring the situation. Reports claim Weatherspoon actively pushed Reese to juice up, all in a desperate bid to close the gap with Clark. The Chicago Sky locker room? Complete chaos. Imagine being one of the other players, grinding in practice, following the rules, only to watch your coach fixate on chemically boosting the star rookie. That kind of favoritism kills morale instantly. Team chemistry evaporates, trust disappears, and unsurprisingly, the season collapses. Loss after loss piles up, and fingers start pointing everywhere. Players are irritated, fans are baffled, and the front office is likely in full panic mode. It's like witnessing a slow-motion wreck, only on a basketball court. What makes it even worse is that Weatherspoon allegedly sacrificed her own reputation to save Reese's, and it didn't even pay off. The enhancements didn't suddenly turn Reese into a WNBA star. All that risk, all that controversy, and she still gets outplayed by Clark, ending up with a lifetime ban anyway. A total lose-lose situation. And it turns out Reese's punishment was only the beginning. The league had never dealt with a steroid scandal of this scale before, and the fallout was just getting started.
If you're her coach and you care about her, you're not doing this. You shouldn't be making the focus another statistic.
Angel Reese is the villain, Caitlin Clark is the hero, and Angel Reese continued to play into it last night by getting ejected, and it's almost like it's all scripted.
So how did the league respond? Let's just say things got chaotic fast. Reese was using performance enhancers, Weatherspoon was enabling it, and the Sky were falling apart on the court. But it gets even worse. The WNBA eventually uncovered the whole scandal, and they didn't hold back. They hit Reese with a lifetime ban, not a suspension, not a fine, but a complete ban from ever playing professional basketball again. Sounds extreme, right? But consider this. The WNBA had never faced a steroid scandal of this magnitude before, and they needed to make an example.
To the season, and when I was in my press conference and I was talking about being sexualized, like, I guess people thought that was like because I post pictures in my bathing suits. No, like
a representation of us as women in many different departments. That's important for women to see that no matter what it is that we want to become, we can.
This wasn't just a case of a player accidentally taking a banned supplement. We're talking about a star rookie and a Hall of Fame coach allegedly teaming up to cheat the system. The league is trying to grow, attract fans, and gain respect, and now they're left dealing with this huge scandal. So how did Reese's actions impact her team's playoff chances? Brace yourself, it's brutal. The Chicago Sky went from legitimate playoff contenders to the league's basement almost overnight. They finished with a 13-27 record, missing the postseason by a wide margin. It was like watching a championship-caliber team suddenly play like a high school JV squad. And it wasn't just the team. This scandal tarnished the league's entire reputation. Fans began questioning whether the players' performances were genuine or enhanced. It was like discovering Santa Claus isn't real, but for basketball enthusiasts. As for Reese, she didn't go quietly. She started pointing fingers and making accusations, dragging others into the chaos. Imagine a toddler throwing a tantrum, but now the toddler is a professional athlete, and the tantrum is derailing careers.
How people are calling you out on it when you post things like this on social media.
Although many people don't want to give Angel her credit, there's no doubt that the hero versus villain story is working in the WNBA's favor as well as Caitlin Clark's favor.
The WNBA is scrambling to contain the fallout, but the damage is done. Fans are talking scandals, not stats. Reese's career collapsed almost overnight, going from NCAA champions to WNBA exile, while Weatherspoon's coaching legacy took a hit too. The Chicago Sky must rebuild both their team and reputation from scratch, as sponsors and fans grow skeptical. Meanwhile, Reese unleashed a social media meltdown, calling out the league, teammates, and even Caitlin Clark, keeping the drama in the spotlight. Some fans are even defending her, sparking heated debates and dividing the community. This scandal shows how one bad choice can topple careers, teams, and entire leagues, leaving the WNBA at a crossroads where its future is now on the line.